Or sticking my chin forward.
Chin board?
Yeah, try to hide the two chins, you know?
I grow a beard to really hide the shit out of that. I was just thinking about that today. I was like, maybe I should shave this. And like, every time I've thought about that, I go, remember last time you looked like Peter fucking Griffin?
Just looked like a thumb for a face.
Oh, God. Like, remember that movie? Remember Spy Kids?
Oh,
the thumb people. What were they called? Thumb thumbs.
Thumb thumbs?
Thumb thumbs.
Okay, I'll go with that.
That was a fever dream and a nightmare and a half.
Jesus, that was a rough one.
That was awful.
Yeah, that's my chin right now, and I can't grow face. I mean, I haven't shaved. This is not even a joke. I haven't shaved in 3 weeks.
3 weeks?
This is what my face looks like.
Damn. Hold on, let me get it. Damn.
Yeah,
Damn.
it's rough.
Damn.
It's rough. I don't have any hair. I only grow on the diamond, up top, armpits, and a little bit of pubes, but...
Okay.
I've had the same shaving cream can for about 2.5 years now.
Damn.
Yeah.
I don't even use shaving cream, dude.
Well, you don't shave, though.
No, I mean, you shave the neck.
Oh, okay.
You know, like, because, like, there are ways to look worse.
Oh, yeah.
You don't do anything.
Yeah. I mean, if I let it go, it looks bad. It's scraggly.
Yeah.
Luckily, I have a girl now who hates facial hair.
Really?
So,
That's lucky, dude.
So it works for me, yeah.
Yeah.
So that 3 weeks, she goes, "Oh, your pricklies are getting through my shirt." I'm like, "Oh, baby, I'll shave for you. I know it's been 3 weeks. I'll finally shave this hairy man over here."
Nah, the only concerns I get are like the mustache. When it gets too long, it like tickles when you kiss somebody. So it's like, like Ashley will complain. It's like, it's going in my nose.
Oh, it tickles them. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it tickles you.
I'm
like,
fine.
I was like, "Oh, it tickles you?"
If anything, I'll chew on it, and it's like, that's not...
It's a flavor saver. Well, that's what they call it.
You could call it that.
They call the soul patch there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
My brother has one of those. And nothing else, though. So it's just that.
Speaking of brothers, my brother actually had all my Pokemon cards. And I went down south to my mom's house to go get them. And she's like, "Oh, I don't have them. Your brother has them." And I thought, oh, God.
Oh, he sold them.
Well... I mean, what else would he have them for? He knows they're mine.
Yeah.
So it's like, what else would you think? But anyways, it was cool. I guess, who knows why they were there, but I grabbed them. And I put those suckers on Facebook Marketplace like a genius. Here's my plan. All right, so I know about guitars. Mm-hmm. I know about shoes. I know about cars. Mm-hmm. Those are like super easy to grade and like get an idea for like pricing.
Yeah, of course.
Everybody has a car. So there's books and websites that are just very laser precise. Guitars, not as much. There's a couple websites. There's a couple places to go
but
to.
You know enough too, though.
Right,
yeah.
I do personally. But I mean, this stuff didn't scare me when I was younger. Like when I got into it, it wasn't like this shit scare. Like Pokemon cards scare the shit out of me now. Pokemon cards, it's really weird because there's not as much information as you might think. I mean, there is, but you have to dive pretty deep on specific cards. Think about it this way. All right, so the card, I didn't realize this, but the card, I mean, this is just whatever, right? Mm-hmm. It's a piece of cardboard with some holographic foil on it with some ink. Mm-hmm. Who cares? The thing is that you can have a cool card, but if it's not in perfect quote-unquote condition,
it's gotta be
like if you touch a fingerprint on there, people like cry.
Oh, 100%.
And it's like, oh my God, get over it. But I thought about this. I had to put myself into the mindset of somebody who collects cards.
Okay.
What else are you going to cry about for a condition? Because with guitars and stuff, it's like that's a tool.
Yeah, it's a tool. Yeah, it's being used.
Literally. Yeah. A car, it's a tool. You have to maintain it. You have to take it places you can repair it.
Purely just something to look at.
This is literally, that's it.
Yeah.
If something gets degraded on it, boom, that's gone forever. And I went, okay, I get it now. It's sad and weird, but I get it now. I understand. So I'm like,
it takes away on the value as well, because when you didn't care about it, you just had it. It was pretty to look at. If you had a scuff, you knew it's because you had scuffed it. But now, 20 years later, it's that value.
Exactly. And there's kids out there. There's adults out. I mean, there were so many adults.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking like people my age who had the cards. I'm talking people like in their 40s and 50s.
Well, those are the original baseball card collectors who are now realizing the money in that market.
There you go. That's what I heard.
And so that's why they don't care about what the card is. They don't know the history of Charizard. They didn't see him evolve.
Or they were like, my son liked Charizard. I'm going to check it out for him. I got that story like 10 times.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Which I felt like it was mostly a lie because they were like, yeah, I'm just getting into it. $50? That sounds good. And I'm like, I have eyes and I have Google, right?
You think I'm that dumb?
Yeah, it's like I even said that to somebody. Somebody said, yeah, you said 50? How about 25? So I said, no, dude, sorry, I already sold it.
Dang.
And he goes, oh, really? Did you really sell it? And I went, no, dude, I'm just kidding. I figured you sent me a joke, I would send you one back too.
Trying to get lowballed, man. They really thought they had a fool in you.
A lot. Yeah. I got like 100 and something messages, and like half of them were just, yeah, 50 sounds good, and I'm like, no, it says best offer, you jackass.
Did you get a lot of spam calls or spam texts? Because when I put something on Facebook Marketplace a few months ago, it was nothing but people like, hey, is this still available?
I got a bunch of those.
Okay, yes. Yeah. Can you please put your number into this Google Doc or whatever? And then it creates a profile for them to use to try to scam Nigerian princesses or something.
Jesus. No, I didn't get any phone number people, but a bunch of people said, is this still available?
And then didn't say anything after that?
Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah. It was really upsetting. But that being said, I mean, bottom line is these people are crazy. If anybody's an actual quote-unquote collector who liked them and actually keeps them, that's awesome. Yeah. But if you're like money grubbing and like getting your fingers in every pie and you just want to lick all your fingers, then you disgust me.
Yeah, but what do you want to do with the cards, though? Because those are two big differences there. Because you got them because you know they have value, but you're also judging people who see the value in it. Yeah.
No, what
do you want to do?
Because I was a little kid. Yeah. I loved them. I'm selling them now. I'm going to sell them because somebody wants to bet money. But don't get it fucked up. I've had these cards since I was like a little kid. I pulled these from packs. The only time I ever like traded or got cards not out of packs was when I was a little kid. I didn't just buy these today. Ironically, the very people I'm disparaging, I'm going to
that's what I was going to Don't listen to this podcast if you're interested in buying his cards.
They have no idea what my eBay account is.
Okay, gotcha.
No, but the bottom line is that's not going to disparage somebody from not buying. Like, they're not going to not buy because I said something. But it's just that community is just so. But it's not, like I said, the collectors. Those are different people. The people that like honestly just want to have 150. The people who want to catch them all.
Yeah,
those people are cool. The people that are doing this for the money, to keep the money, it's like, all right, you're insane. The people who lowballed me.
But what if they offer you the better price, though?
That's respectable. Yeah. That's fair. But it was like literally 6 people out of 100 and something were being fair, and that was it. Literally just 6.
What's fair? Because I honestly don't know. Pokemon card prices.
Fair was, hey man, you don't
have to give me your best card. Just give me like a random.
No, I won't give you prices.
Yeah.
But they would be like, hey man, just so you know, a bunch of these are worth a ton of money. Or do you know what you're doing? And I'd be like, yeah, I'm okay. And they'd be like, okay, because like it looks like a lot of people are trying to buy. They probably get this card or this card, so be careful.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, oh yeah, thanks a lot, I appreciate that, man. Like, yeah, we just want to see people get taken advantage.
Oh yeah,
like, yeah, that's great. So, but sports, you're into sports. Yeah. I'm into like musical and nerdy stuff.
I'm wearing a sport sweatshirt right now that I'm sweating through.
Alabama.
Yeah, Roll Tide. It's kind of a mating call for us down south. So if you see your cute sister, Roll Tide.
I saw TikTok things. I saw memes of those.
Yeah.
But I mean, as far as Pokemon cards go, I have no knowledge of that. Do you have any knowledge of like sports cards or anything like that?
I'm not a sport card guy whatsoever. I got into Pokemon actually surprisingly. So I moved to Japan. We talked about this a bit when I was like 9. And Pokemon just started becoming really popular.
Oh shit! I just realized that.
I was in Southern California. I lived in Camp Pendleton at the time, which is near Oceanside. So I always just tell people it was Southern California.
Okay.
And I was like, Pokemon cards, that's dumb. Like, guys, we should just be playing outside. We need to be playing Smear the Queer, which, we will redact that name.
I'll just add like a beep.
No.
I'll add a
no, you could say that, but I'm saying that game name needs to be changed.
Oh, yeah. What would they change it to, though?
What is it? Tackle the Trans, I guess? We don't like them now. I don't know.
I think it'd be Smear the Weird.
Smear the Weird?
Oh, you want to hear another one I heard that got changed? Instead of kill 2 birds with 1 stone, feed 2 birds with 1 scone.
Oh.
I thought that was funny as hell. Right. I was like, I'll say that.
1 scone.
2 birds, feed 2 birds with 1 scone.
Okay.
I like it.
2 birds, 1 scone. I can get that.
I'm into it. Because I don't fucking throw stones.
But is that one offensive? Killing 2 birds with 1 stone?
It's not offensive, but it's like, how the fuck do you even do that?
Well, because you saw what Peter was doing the other week, where they're trying to get us to change the name of the bullpen for like throwing pitchers who warm up in sports.
Oh,
when they warm up, they're calling it the bullpen, and they want to change it to the arm farm. Like, nope,
that's
send them
clever,
to the arm
but
farm.
No,
yeah, but
nobody wants to change that.
It's demasculated. Like as a man, you're like, yeah, I'm going to the bullpen where the bulls are at, getting ready to play. I'm going to the arm farm. Like,
I'm going to the arm farm. Yeah. The way you said it sounds like a honking.
Well, of course, yeah.
I'm going to the arm farm.
Arm farm.
Yeah, bullpen. I mean, the thing is that it's a historical name. It's fun. Everybody knows what it is.
Yeah, and it's not demeaning to animals. I've never seen a bull like fuck baseball.
Yeah, no. I've seen bulls say "fuck basketball," but they were
usually hating on Michael Jordan.
Yeah, they were really good at basketball. No.
No, but back to the cards. Yeah, when I was in the United States, I did not care. I thought I was being cool by saying, "Oh, that's dumb. I'm not going to do that."
The OG hipster.
Yeah,
Okay.
before hipster was a whole thing, I guess. Then I moved to Japan and saw how crazy it was over there, and then I've really gotten into Pokemon cards.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I called my dad to ask about. Does he know where my cards? Because I had an immaculate collection of Gen 1s, Gen 2s, Rocket Power editions, and then I had Japanese ones as well.
Hell yeah.
Because you could just get them out in town. He's like, yeah, it's probably somewhere just in a box. I don't know. Just like, oh man, that's awesome. But yeah, once I got to Japan, I went crazy into Pokemon because, yeah, walking around you just see just Pokemon.
Yeah, just everywhere.
Kind of everywhere, yeah.
That is, I mean, I remember being 5 years old, and I remember waking up for I think kindergarten or some shit. And I remember seeing the anime on TV and just going, this looks cool as fuck. Me and my brother both went, this is amazing. And what's funny too is like you think about quality of things. The amount of times, like me or you, I mean, I'm 30. How old are you now?
Just turned 30. Oh, fuck, I just turned 31. That's the
Okay.
first time I've said it out loud.
Okay.
My birthday
31?
was Sunday. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Shit. Oh, you did leave and go out on, okay.
I'm one of the survivors to go to a festival in Houston and come back.
Uh-oh.
Different festival.
Oh, I wanted to talk about that too. But we will.
We're getting into it.
We got time.
Yeah.
But no, when Pokemon first came out, I remember being so interested in it and just being in the quality of things when we were kids too. I mean, we had anime like Pokemon, you had Yu-Gi-Oh come out, Dragon Ball Z on Toonami.
Was the
Chainsaw?
No, Chainsaw. Yeah,
I was like, what?
Beyblades. Beyblades got real big. Digimon got real big.
But the quality of things was nuts because, like, you think about kids now, and this is back to what we were talking about earlier, the kids these days type shit
God.
that has literally never stopped.
No, ever.
Since the dawn of time, parents have been like disparaging kids,
whatever they're into.
But there is merit to what I'm saying because it's a lot of kids don't watch TV because TV's kind of dead. I don't have a TV.
It's dying. It's everything's streamed. Everything's streamed,
exactly. But the thing is, like, kids watch YouTube. And YouTube is like the wild fucking west, or at least it was. Now
they're trying their hardest.
They're really trying to figure out what to do with that because there's kids just watching toy reviews constantly. What's that?
That little kid show.
You know what I'm talking about.
Aiden, I think.
Some bullshit kid. It's like Troy's World.
But if you could shout us out, kid, we could really use the views.
No, fuck that. Fuck that kid. I'm gonna look up his name.
I got you. Yeah, you're right. It is the wild, wild west, and no one is watching TV. And I think something that people fell into a lot is the whole resurgence of anime.
Yeah, anime's been pretty... Well, that's had a huge rebirth with streaming.
It's cool now.
Yeah, it had a total 180.
Yes.
A total 180. But it's called Ryan's World.
Oh, shout out Ryan's World. That's from Isaac.
Fuck you, Ryan, and your family.
That's from Patrick.
Yeah, dude. No, the whole problem I have with that is, look at the toys. I'm going to put a graphic up of the toys on the video.
I didn't even see the toys.
They're terrible. Remember when we were kids, we had G.I. Joes, we had Transformers, and you could make the argument that those were just giant commercials, but they were badass toys.
G.I. Joe was my father.
I fucking loved G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe was my father.
He came out the same year as my father, and my father was not around too much growing up because he was doing missions, he was fighting wars and shit, so I was like, this is my dad. Look at him. Look at him.
That's fucking tight. Yeah. No, my dad was in the Air Force. He got fucking deployed all the time. But I didn't.
So he was Starscream.
Yeah, there you go.
That's the Transformer?
That's actually a pretty good analogy. Me and my dad didn't get along very well. So,
there you go.
But yeah, Starscream would be very, because he's like in your life, out of your life. He's good, he's bad. Who is he? But no, think about that. Like, Ryan's World toys are such bullshit.
Wait, he has his own brand. I thought he was just a YouTube channel.
Oh, they're terrible.
Oh, he's got his own toys.
Oh, the toys are bullshit. Like, these are Jurassic Park toys. These are cool and stuff. You got it. And they're like Pokemon cards in the respect that you don't know what you're getting.
It's just an egg?
It's like
a mystery egg.
There's a mystery thing in there.
Oh.
And they're just, oh my God, they're so stupid.
Yeah, I've seen a video of a kid. Mom gives him one of those egg things, and they couldn't open it up, and he threw it on the ground, and then just like body slammed it like he was doing a damn wrestling move, and it worked. And apparently, he had learned that from one of the YouTube videos. These kids.
Okay. This is what we're getting. This is stupid as shit.
That's what?
These are dumb, and they sell millions of these.
That's just a mystery egg.
Well, it's just an egg, and there's like a little guy with a hat.
Does he even like move? Is there any amalgamation?
Like there's no.
Yeah.
None of this shit.
What?
That's what I'm saying, dude. It makes me legit. I used to work at Target.
Okay.
And kids used to. Now you're getting.
I was gonna say I saw a Target.
Okay, you see that? Okay.
I thought that was the flag of my island. I was like, what? You fuck with
close.
Okinawa hard?
The Target symbol. Yeah, it's close. They're both Targets.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, you ain't wrong there.
Anyways.
Yeah.
No, okay. So Ryan's World Toys, terrible. The show, terrible.
Oh, he's got a show now too.
He's got a YouTube show. Well,
Okay.
it's a YouTube show, but there's millions of followers on it.
Gotcha. Okay.
So the idea is it's a show. There's people behind it.
Is he always doing the Macaulay Culkin like face?
He's kind of he's doing the thumbs up kind of goofy kid. That ain't gonna last. He's gonna get older, and that shit's gonna.
Oh, he's gonna get teeth.
He's gonna get. Yeah, he's gonna get teeth. But no, my whole point is that the TV shows of today for YouTube, because there's no like production behind it, it's really difficult to really support the whole idea of kids watching it because they get this shit.
Yeah,
they take it basically just more.
I mean, there's no storyline of that. There's no real lesson. Like I remember learning lessons from TV shows about
we had Magic School Bus.
Yes,
we had, and arguably back in the day, they used to talk about like Mr. Rogers and shit. They'd be like, well,
after school specials.
Kids shouldn't be watching TV that much anyways. And then Mr. Rogers would be like, well, a lot of kids don't get the kind of respect from their parents or their schools, so they got to get information from somewhere, and that's where PBS comes in. And it was just like, oh, he's right. Yeah. That's true. You get it where you can.
Take the money out. PBS was a free station, wasn't it?
It was, yes. It was public funding, public broadcast service. But bottom line is this is trash. Yeah. If you show your kids this stuff, you're trash. You're feeding this. I don't understand it.
Ryan, if we could get a shout out, like I don't really stand with Patrick like on this issue.
Always get in the bag.
This
is why you have gold chains and I have a fucked up shirt.
I think this one is plated. The other ones are gold though.
Well,
yeah, someone, my boy the other day was like, "Oh, look at the Mr. T starter kit," and I was like, "That hurts my feelings, but I also appreciate you acknowledge that I do like gold."
All that's gold does not glitter, man.
Do you know how Mr. T like did that whole thing?
What's that with the gold chains?
The gold chains, like.
I heard a little bit about that. But go ahead.
He was a bouncer at a bar in Chicago, and if he didn't fuck with you, he just ripped your chain off and was like, "Fight me." And people would not fight him, and so his collection of chains was like his war trophies.
Fight me, fool.
Yeah, fight me, fool. I pity fool who got bad gold.
That's a cool chain. It's mine now.
Yeah, I think they said some like scouting agent or somebody in the industry just saw him and was like, that guy's a character. We just whatever we gotta do, just put him in front of a camera.
And that's another thing too. Back in the day, they used to talk about. I guess it's like the nostalgia podcast now. But back in the day, there were a couple artists I remember listening to that would talk about the recording industry and how predatory it is.
Oh, Corey Feldman. Yeah, he talked about that.
Well, that's for video and some movies and stuff. I'm talking about
you said artist. You said artist.
You're right. I just want to hop in here real quick on an edit. I said recording industry, not artist. So you're not right, Isaac. Just so you know. All right, back to the show. You're right. I meant music.
Corey
industry.
Feldman also is a musician. He makes some real good Millennium Falcon Ascension Millennium.
What a fan!
Check it out.
Doesn't even know the
Check it out.
Doesn't know
Check it out.
All right, Corey Feldman, shout out, friend of the show, Corey Feldman. But Frank Zappa, for example, used to talk about how that it's not as predatory as you thought back in the day because, ironically, the fat cat with the cigar, who was just like, I wonder what makes money. Yeah. You there. Isaac,
Child.
that's your name? Isaac, you're a comedian?
Yes, mister.
You're a comedian? Come on, let's see if you got comedian stuff. Let's see if people like it. And that's what they used to do. They would guess, sort of. They would, get inklings and stuff. But nowadays, they go basically literally off of, likes and shares and stuff.
Oh, yeah. The whole algorithm.
Merit, which has merit, but ironically, the people that took chances and gambled on stuff were those fat cats with the cigars. So there was a lot more variety to material out there. So, ironically, me and you probably could have gotten a public access show if we showed up at the right place. And some guy said, I think they're funny. Because now it's like, unless you already got your both feet in the door, you're not going to get shit.
The people who are getting shows, the people who are getting the comedy stand-up specials on Netflix aren't like genuine comedians. The people who are getting the plays on the radio aren't real, like, I wouldn't say not real musicians, but... Not in the sense of what they were, 30 years ago.
I would say they're manufactured.
Yes.
They're not like, what do they call that?
It's a cookie cutter.
You could say that, yeah. Look at Billie Eilish. I have a bone to pick with Billie Eilish because...
I got it.
Here it is.
I got a bone.
Ladies and gentlemen, a boner joke from Isaac.
Sorry.
Boned
up.
But no, Billie Eilish, for example, she grew up in California. Her brother did lots of industry stuff. Her parents did industry stuff. They're literally within a stone's throw of everything. Basically, Mecca for musicians. And she had 100,000 followers when she was 14. Jesus. She's got a great voice.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, she turned like 18 recently. Didn't she?
She's very young.
I remember that on Pornhub.
Where's the camera?
There was a countdown clock. I didn't make it. I just subscribed.
Oh my god. Anyways, but the bottom line I'm trying to make here is that a lot of people get certain advantages other people can't.
Oh, 100%.
Because it's like a self-servicing function now. There's not a lot of looking out for people. How many bands have you? Oh, you're not a big music guy.
I've seen bands.
You barely heard of Greta Van Fleet, right?
No, he was on TikTok. He had the voice. He did something.
But they were remarkably similar to Led Zeppelin. So they got found by a talent scout, but that's an incredible voice.
Yeah.
That I would not call manufactured. They were 18. They showed up. Somebody found them, and boom, they were instant stars. That was an accident.
Their connection was being found and getting lucky.
Yes. Yeah. They have the talent. Billie Eilish has the talent, but she would not have exploded onto Spotify, the front of it, that quickly if she did not have the connections.
I used to have a boss who would say that no such thing as luck. Lucky, to be lucky is just when you're prepared and opportunity meet each other, and that's luck. So
it's inevitable.
Yeah.
That's a good way to put it.
It's to not to disparage that, some of these artists, when they had that opportunity, that they did something with it.
Yeah.
Clearly, Billie Eilish is, talented. She's done multiple things since, but the multiple one-hit wonders for the one tracks that you hear, and often you're like, oh, why did they get? Oh, because they know. Okay.
There you go. Yeah. You start to, like Taylor Swift, for example. A lot of people have a bone to pick with her because her dad was a fucking industry person. He literally was like a producer.
I thought she got like really messed up by the industry with like the contract she had to make. Yeah.
But I mean, like she was basically born into it.
Oh,
like legitimately.
Okay.
But I mean, obviously, I'm a bitter musician, so I find it difficult for me to like get my time to say some stuff. So obviously, I have personal feelings about that. But at the same time, it is very difficult to admire bands that, like I said, were manufactured or put together by somebody who has the money and just decided to, not because
just
they
throw
wanted
people
to.
together and make it a little project, give them some space and sometimes some studios, and next thing you know, you got a top 100 hit.
Yep. And nothing's funnier to laugh at than a man bitter complaining about the music industry. I'll tell you that.
I don't know. I don't really know too much about the music industry. I know this Olivia Rodrigo girl is really sad, and she came out of nowhere and had like 7 different tracks, like out of nowhere. I've never heard of her, and then one year she's got 7 different things on radio. Like I don't know who she knows, but good for her.
I'm actually not fond of her either.
Oh yeah.
What's funny is people are probably going to be like,
people are
probably going to be like, Patrick, you just hate women. It's like, no. Phoebe,
he named a guy Billy. No.
That's not a.
Yeah, sorry.
No. Phoebe Bridgers, fantastic musician.
Okay.
You're not familiar with her, probably.
That's fine.
If you like talented musicians who actually came forward and kind of rose from their depths of mediocrity.
Okay.
Phoebe Bridgers came out, and she's a Phoenix Rising star right now. She's she's probably one of my favorite musicians from the past 10 years.
Nice.
Fantastic musician. But you look at her, and I'm thinking, why isn't she on the front of Spotify? And then you have Olivia Rodrigo, 18 years old. Maybe. She might even be 16. I can't remember. She's very young.
High school. Yeah, I thought she was high school.
Very young. And this is... people would do that for years, but she's been accused of stealing music. Oh, and
okay.
I mean, it's very similar.
Yeah.
It's very similar.
Okay.
But yeah, people have a problem with that.
There's only so many notes you can play on a guitar.
That sound good.
Yeah, that sound good.
But at the same time, if you're an artist, you kind of notice that stuff, and you go, "Oh, that's too similar to this," and you make either. I have a song I straight up ripped off from somebody, and I admit that.
There you go. Give him credit.
I do.
Yeah.
I think if I ever get a recording contract or something, I'm going to be like, yeah, this is straight ripped off from this guy named...
Yeah, but what great producer doesn't sample, like, in the hip-hop industry, at least
That's
I know.
True.
Yeah. But you just got to give him that credit. To lie and say you didn't... Yeah.
Just be honest. Like, there's stuff that I've listened to I'm directly influenced by, but, like, for these other artists, they just can't be honest, and I don't like it.
Yeah.
So...
Well, that's what I appreciate about the Greta Van Fleet. Like, I've seen things on him, they understand that, yes, they make sound, he has the voice, they have the talent, they have the sound, but at no point they're like, oh, we're not like them at all. He's like, yeah, no, look, my shirt now has tassels. Like, I wasn't wearing that 4 years ago, but now that you guys pointed it out, yeah, he leaned into it.
Yeah, oh no, they leaned far into it. And I'm proud of them for that, because I get it.
Well, when you're driving, you hit an ice patch.
Yeah, it's true. Just ride it out. Yeah. Just let go of the wheel and let God take the wheel, right?
Let the producers with the money take the wheel.
Let the producers take the wheel.
Yeah. And it gets you an SNL spot.
No, man. Greta Van Fleet's good. I saw them live, actually.
Oh, I imagine they put on a good
But it's funny to see, if you know anything about Led Zeppelin, is that the lead singer, Robert Plant, who's the guy on the far right with his hand up.
Far right? Okay.
Yeah. For the people listening at home, they're like, what is he talking about?
No, it's on camera.
Oh, yeah. Well, if somebody listens to the podcast, I'm pointing at a picture of Robert Plant. Anyways, one of his calling cards is saying baby a lot. Like, baby, 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 oh.
All right. I like that.
And guess who does that?
Oh,
Greta Van Fleet.
Like, nice.
When I saw them live, it's like all he said, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is so funny."
Yeah. I mean, once it gets in your head, it's in there. Once that you plant that seed,
that's a weed that'll keep growing.
Yeah.
But
it's made him a lot of money. It's got him a lot of appearance, so I'm sure he's not bitter towards it.
No. I will say this though. You said that they kind of leaned into it. I did remember seeing an interview where they were like, "Yeah, Led Zeppelin's pretty cool and all, but like, we always felt like we wanted to be Aerosmith, and I felt like I always sounded more like Aerosmith." And I'm like, "You're a fucking liar.
Get out of here.
You know damn well you're Robert Plant.
Nobody wants to be Steven Tyler.
No."
What? You want to watch Ben Affleck fuck your daughter and go to space? Get out of here. No one wants that shit. He fucks his daughter to his song. That's the most beautiful thing about that movie.
What movie is this?
That's fucking Jesus. Bruce Willis. They go to space. Armageddon.
Is it an Armageddon?
I think it's Armageddon.
Oh, you are right.
Yeah, Liv Tyler gets banged out by Ben Affleck to his song. If I can stay awake just to hear you. Just clapping cheeks, and his daughter hears the music and thinks about fucking Ben Affleck on camera. Like, come on. I like movies, so I can do that.
Okay, yeah. I love movies. We can talk about movies more. That way it's more comfortable.
I also enjoy listening to you talk. You were very good at talking.
Well, I want it to be both of us. I like both, because I don't want to talk about, if you talk about sports for 15 minutes, I'd be like,
I'll throw something in, but I also like, if someone is passionate about something, I can sit and listen to them talk about it all day. I also will throw and interject jokes in, because that's what I do. Bartending, just two people talking, I'm like, that's a good conversation. Let me throw in a joke, grab a drink order real quick. So you want to talk about something, I'm here to be your personal diary.
All right.
But I'll throw in jokes.
All right. Okay. Well, let's say movies. You see Dune? See the new Dune?
I haven't seen Dune yet.
Dude, watch it.
How do you feel? Oh, you like it?
I am a huge Denis fan. That's the director, Denis Villeneuve. He's a Frenchman.
Oh, Frenchman.
He's a French.
Frenchmen are better at art stuff, they say.
He's very good. He's very good at French. He's very good at movies. Very, very great director, actually. One of my favorites so far now, in the past couple of years, for sure. Blade Runner 2049 was one of his movies.
Okay. Very stylistic.
Very long movie. Mm-hmm. Blade Running Time 2049.
Wait, isn't that the whole thing with Blade? Like, they made extra long. Even the original Blade was...
The original was very long, too. But the reason it was long is because it felt long. Because, not a lot happens in the movie, ironically.
They're stretching it out.
No, what the thing is that it's not... The story's whatever.
Yeah.
It's the setting that's really cool. Unlike Star Wars, which is cool in every category. The music's great. The visuals are great. The story's great. The characters are great. Everything's great. In Blade Runner, they put all their points into atmosphere and like visuals, and like 2 points into like story.
So while creating the entire universe, they took all of their points and put it towards setting, and then realized they're like, oh shit, we ran out of points on our scale. Yeah,
exactly.
I did that creating a character in Oblivion the other day. So.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Okay.
Super charismatic, but that dude could not fight.
Yeah, they call that I used to make low intelligence characters in Fallout.
Yeah.
If you've ever done that, they like say stupid shit. Like they'll be like, "Hi, how's it going, Vault Dweller?" And be like, "Me good, thanks." And you'd be like, "Oh God, yeah, you have a good day. You too, man." And that'd literally be the dialogue in the game.
God, I did not know you did that with intelligence.
Yeah, dude, if you
I remember playing the game. I didn't remember.
Nobody wants to play as like fucking as a dumb literally guy. Retarded.
But no, it makes it more fun if your strength stats are up, obviously.
Yeah, well, that's the advantage in the game. You're just like a glass cannon. Mm-hmm. You just can't speak English. So
there you go.
But it's funny because there's dumb characters in the game that talk to you, and they talk normal when you have low intelligence. Like, instead of saying like me think this good food, they'll be like, "Hello, chap. How are you today?" And it's like, "Oh my God, there's someone who talks like me," and then everyone will be staring. It's
because to them it's just
right. It's just like, "Oh, the birds. Do you like birds?" I ate a bird yesterday, and it's like, "Oh God."
Oh wow, that is really cool.
You
I
should try
really
it.
like that plot point.
Fallout's great
game
for
point.
that.
Yeah, that's really funny.
But all right,
Fallout's an amazing game.
Segue from Fallout. Yeah, Blade Runner's a great movie. If you don't like slow burn movies, though, like there's action, but don't expect Die Hard.
I saw a funny. I hate crediting TikTok for anything I see nowadays.
We brought that up a lot.
But it is, it is in there. I hear the entire movie is just Timothy Chalamet doing.
No,
just like looking into the camera
it's good.
a lot. Okay,
it's good.
I gotcha.
There is. I wouldn't even consider that even a criticism. It's like there's sometimes you need to like have a character
let the moment
suspense.
marinate.
Yeah. No, the whole movie is marination.
Oh, nice.
Whole movie because it's the first part. They did it right.
Yeah.
Instead of having a movie where it's like. There's the first thing that happens, and then at the very end, okay, the movie's over. You can be satisfied.
Yeah.
No, they bet on it, and they bet right. They said this movie needs to be all right. We're setting things up for the second movie.
Yes.
And so it doesn't complete at the very end. It's just okay. We're at a turning point.
Now, does it do the thing that every other shitty movie does, where it wraps up, and then the last 30 seconds they throw in like, oh wait, here's the setup for it. Like it's a full setup.
It's a full setup.
Okay.
The whole
I can appreciate
thing.
that.
I think it's a great movie. It's going to be a great series. I'm really happy they made it, and I'm really happy they're coming out with another one. Highly recommend it.
I don't know. Sci-fi's always been an interesting one for me because I like sci-fi, but then once it starts getting into sci-fi horror, it always scares the shit out of me. I can like, what was it, Dead Space? Remember that game?
Dead Space was a good game.
Couldn't do like any
I won't
of that
play
stuff.
horror.
Alien, like I never watched any of the Alien original movies, but Prometheus I loved.
Dude, you should watch Alien and Aliens. Fantastic movies.
I've heard really good things about
Probably
it.
top 10, in my opinion.
Shit.
Yeah, Aliens is that high up there.
Is it Alien or Aliens?
Alien's the first one.
Okay.
That's funny, I said Aliens. Alien is the first one, which is like more psychological spooky.
Okay. I like a psychological thriller.
And I mean, it's fantastic.
Okay.
And then Aliens is where they went, let's get David Cameron from Terminator to make it. And so it's
you
action.
threw some explosions and actions.
It's all action movie. So Aliens is the better in my opinion of the two. So people will be, what do they call that? Pretentious to say the first one's better.
Yeah.
I mean, it started it, but the second one's more
that,
effective. It's way cooler.
We do need to apologize though because using the word alien to describe extraterrestrials is actually really offensive. Shout out Demi Lovato. I got your back.
Always with the bag.
Yeah, if she shouts us out, we'll get 8 more followers than the 0 we have.
Lose all credibility. You know that she's actually part of a new social media thing?
Oh,
I was reading about this today.
Is it the Trump one?
Basically, yeah. It's not that one. But it's Q supporters.
Okay.
And like UFO enthusiasts.
Okay. Wait, what Q like QAnon?
QAnon, yeah.
I thought she was queer. I'm not even making a joke. Like,
I feel like there's a joke.
No, it's LGBTQ. What she's Q as in the.
Oh, she. I guess she is, but I don't know, dude.
Okay.
Who knows?
I really thought I was like, man.
Let us know in the comments below what Isaac's talking about.
Yeah, let me know what the Qs are doing. Well, we were supposed to talk about Dave Chappelle. Didn't he say they're throwing the Qs out now? So I don't even know what the Qs aren't important.
Well, it depends on the Q you're talking.
Yes, that's the kind of Q I was trying to figure out.
I'm talking about QAnon, the crazy people that thought that. What was his name? Somebody who got oh god, was it Kennedy? Kennedy was coming back from the dead or some shit.
Well, he did. He came back in Dallas
just the other day.
Yeah, he was supposed to come back, right?
Yeah, that was the thing.
Those are the Qs.
Those are the people.
Those are the QAnons. I gotta say Anons because that's what's. But what does it have to do with Anonymous, the Guy Fawkes people?
Those are okay. If you want me to get into this, I can explain it to you.
I would love to hear about it. Yeah, no, because I've worn the Guy Fawkes mask at many protests.
Okay, so. They're not technically related. All right, so Anonymous...
Yes.
In
internet hackers.
The internet... Well, here's the funny thing is, Anonymous can mean a couple different things. There's the overarching, like, if you go on the 4chan message boards and stuff, or you go on other message boards like 8chan or 420chan, there's more.
Oh, that's a lot of chans.
But if you go to any of those boards, you're anonymous automatically. You don't have a screen name. You post whatever you want. You're part of quote unquote anonymous.
But if you don't have a screen name, how do people respond?
You don't, kind of. You do,
okay.
but you just reply to that one post.
Gotcha. Okay.
So if you put, I really like Alabama as my football team, someone will be like, shut up,
Roll
you
Tide,
nerd,
brother.
get the fuck out of here.
Oh, sorry, I went the wrong way. I thought it was Roll Tide. I was like, yeah, hell yeah, Roll Tide.
Or
brother.
they might do that.
Yeah.
But they're only replying to that one thing.
Okay.
So you know
So
who you
everyone's
are.
anonymous.
Right. Or
Hence the name.
under that, this is like the iceberg if you want to go down. Under the water,
Okay.
there's the hacker group. There's anonymous. But here's the thing. They're literally anonymous. They don't
Yes.
know who each other are. So you don't technically know who's in the group. There's other variations called lulsec.
Okay.
There's other variations of that.
Oh, like DeadSec from that video game.
There you
I
go.
played.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's a reference to them.
Gotcha.
Exactly. So that's the other part of Anonymous. That's the scary part of it.
Oh,
with
okay.
like a real, actual shadow organization.
Oh, they
in
try to
every sense of
bomb
that
and
word.
do all the crazy shit.
Well, they'll hack you and stuff like that. And then there is QAnon, which is a subset of the like more disabled version, which is the 8. If there's another board called 8chan,
Yeah.
and if you're basically too crazy for 4chan, you go to 8chan, and
Okay.
all the real crazy people are
Oh.
who actually meet up in real life and stuff.
They actually do the things they
Right.
Yeah.
And they talk about it. And so the Q was on there. He was a person. You can actually put a name if
Yeah.
you want. Nobody does that, though, but you could.
Yeah.
So you'd be like, hey, I'm Q. I know about the government. And people started listening off of a crazy person image board.
Did he have any credits, or he's just cute?
I mean, people
Q's a
believe
good
him.
letter. It's a good letter
He's
if you're going
behind-
to pick a letter to.
He was behind Pizzagate,
Yeah.
apparently.
Oh shit.
Yeah, this is how deep this goes. And this is real.
Yeah, I'm with it.
But yeah, so that's Q. So there was a guy named Q or an organization named Q who posted on this really racist, politically incorrect board and talked about this stuff. And then you go, okay. And so that's where Q comes from.
Okay.
So QAnon, if you say QAnon, that's where it comes from. Anon for anonymous. There you
And
go.
so Demi Lovato is the leader of QAnon. is
She's
what
now
you're
on
saying.
a board or some sort of service. She's like a part of it where she's like friends and she's getting a bag from it.
There
so
you go. Hey, get that bag. Secure the bag, baby.
get the bag. So so there you go. Demi Lovato's on that.
All right, yeah. Well, I guess I'll check out the movie Alien. That was a big circle.
Yeah, that was a very big circle.
I love Prometheus though. I really did.
Okay. I never watched it.
The actor. Oh, I forget it. Fassbender. Love
Okay,
that guy.
yeah.
He's got a solid hammer on him, so I check out everything he's
Nice.
in. Yeah, it's one of the biggest dicks in Hollywood for white
Nice.
men. Yeah.
I'm still rooting for my boy Defoe, Willem Dafoe.
Willem
I heard
Dafoe?
he's got a honker, dude.
Oh, what? Well, he's got the nose, but
Oh man.
is honkers also for penises too?
I say honker.
Okay.
Because I mean,
the name makes sense because I always want to put my nose up to it, you know?
I'm out. I want out. No.
I'm really embarrassed because sweatpants season's coming up.
Oh,
and my girl
yeah.
loves the way I look in gray sweatpants, but I'm a grower, and I'm not ashamed to say that. But she gives me all the credit in the world because she, sees past the sweatpants and sees my heart. She's like, "Oh, you look good in them, babe." I'm like, "Babe, my dick does not like actually really hang in these things."
I mean, I'm a no pants kind of guy, so
oh man.
if you're gonna insult me, do it, close to the mic, you cowards.
Oh, I will assault you if I see you with no pants.
That's funny how insult and assault are very close.
They're very
isn't it?
close. Yeah. That's like Latin,
Yeah, Greek, Latin, that's English
Back to
basically, baby.
Socrates.
Man, I'll tell you what though, as far as movies go,
Yeah.
you should check out Dune, especially because it's on HBO.
It's on. Oh, I don't.
It's on HBO Max.
I'll figure it out.
$10.
Yeah.
You can actually do a free trial.
$10.
Free trial.
Oh,
free
okay.
trial. Fuck it.
I can create a
Fuck
new
it.
email. I got a bunch of them.
Fuck it. Yeah, do a burner email.
What was your first ever email?
Oh, I
Username.
know what mine was. I know 100%.
What was it?
StarCraft Fan 10.
StarCraft fan 10. All right. That's not that embarrassing.
I want to say it was at Yahoo or something. I'm not sure. I don't want someone to like try and reactivate it, but I want to say it was Yahoo.
All right, that's not bad.
But
People always
yeah,
talk about
I
how
love-
embarrassing that one is, but it's not too bad either. It was just NCB.
Oh, I thought you were going
04.
somewhere else.
Nope.
You said N, and I was like, no, we're cutting this.
No. It was. I thought it was. In Southern California, you listen to Southern rap, or not Southern rap. Southern California, you listen to '90s rap music because I was there in the '90s. I thought it was real cool, but I was born in North Carolina, so you had to differentiate between the other California kids. So I was like, I'm a North Carolina baller, y'all. I created that email when I was like 9 years old.
Nice.
And I still use it's my burner email account. So
Okay.
yeah.
I have like probably. I don't want to say 20. That's not true. I think like
Holy
8 emails.
Yeah.
Well,
only have
think
two.
about it this way. Think about it this way. I got the main one, which is like the government security. I got to have everything in there. If anything goes wrong, that's the one I need to go to.
Oh, Jesus.
And then I have the second one, which is, oh, you need my email so I can buy this fucking bottle of perfume? Okay, it's this. That way it just, I don't care. And I don't have to go through subscriptions right now.
Yeah, that's my original one I used.
Throw it
What
away.
are the other 6 for?
Band stuff. There's one for like band things.
Okay.
Or if I sign up for a website and I'm ashamed of it, that I have to pay for or something, I'll use
Grindr.
something.
Okay.
Basically, I had a Grindr.
Hell yeah.
It didn't work out.
Oh, for like weed?
No, I'm kidding.
I convinced one of my bartender buddies to download Grindr as a man because he didn't know what it was, and I convinced him it was a location services app. And he was obsessed with just technical apps and whatnot. And I made a joke about Grindr. He's like, "What's that?" I was like, "Oh, it's a it tracks your phone and like other users on the app.
You're a
like
genius.
it'll pop up on your phone as well." He goes, "That's fucking awesome." I was like, "You should download it."
Gee.
Oh, it was a great joke. The guy hates me now, Arthur. Fuck you, dog.
Yeah, fuck Arthur. Friend of the show. Come on the show.
Well, he did reach out and respond like after a few years. I was, "Hey, I was kind of an asshole when we worked together," and I respect that. I didn't respond because I still don't like the guy, but
I know how
it was
that is.
it was a great joke though. It was a great
I know how
joke.
that is.
I had the entire bar asking him like, "Hey, so you're on Grindr now?" He's like, "Yeah, it's this great app." Has no idea. I had him turn his location on with the picture, and then he was like, "Holy shit, my app's going crazy!" Right, like he's an attractive white guy. He had long blonde hair.
All right.
Yeah. So within the first hour of him in this app, once he put his location turned on with his picture, 30 people hit him up in that first like hour. He's like, "Man, so many people want to meet up." I was like, "Oh, okay, I need to tell you what this is."
I've signed you up.
Yeah.
All right, I have a good question. Why is it, I mean, it's 2021.
Yeah.
Why is it still funny for a lot of people? I still think it's funny, personally. For like people to make gay euphemisms as straight men. Even as gay men. Like, it'll be like I'll be singing a song, like it'll be Backstreet Boys, and I'm like, "I think that I'm gay. Tell me why." I mean, it's still funny to me.
I think because we couldn't joke with our fathers about that, and so it's just repressed.
Ooh.
It's just repressed.
Couldn't joke? I could have, but I didn't want to.
Well, I had a Marine Corps father. Well, you had an Air Force father.
Different, yeah.
But my father was a Marine who made Marines. He was a drill instructor
from
as well.
the South.
Yeah, from the South. So like, no gay jokes. Like, not even.
Which is funny.
I'm sorry for the story, Dad. So I did that 23andMe to figure out, what I am, because I just wanted to figure it out.
Gay.
And then
100%.
I told my dad, I was like, "Hey, I just did my 23andMe, so basically whatever I am, you're double that." And he goes, "Oh, well, no, I'm just American." I was like, "Dad, according to this, you're a quarter French." He goes, "I ain't no fucking queer." I was like, "Damn, Dad." Don't dox him. He's a nice guy now. But yeah, he did not fucking with that.
I'll be real too. Like when I was younger, like, okay, we're both 30, in our 30s, I should say. I mean, when I was 13, 12, people were just letting F-bombs fly.
Oh, yeah, all the time.
People would just be like, "Dude, that's the gayest shit I've ever seen." And we'd be like, "Bah!"
Well, luckily, Wanda Sykes did that campaign to say...
Yeah, that's true. And, that's the beauty of the internet. People started talking to each other. And that's also, ironically, the worst part about it. But the good part about it was, for a long time, the Wild West of the internet, people were talking to each other, and they were like, "Oh, I don't like that." And it's like, "Why not?" "I think it's funny." And then, people started talking about insults and how people make each other feel. But that kind of makes it my point about why is it still funny, though, to me? Because it's obviously hurtful.
Do you know where that word comes from?
Well, all of them.
The F word.
The bundle of sticks
and
thing?
the bundle of sticks, and what that's a reference to.
You burn them?
You burn a bundle of sticks. So that's how you start a fire.
Yeah.
So during the witch trials, you would burn witches. Gay people were so beneath regular humans and witches, they would string them together as kindling to start the fire because they didn't even deserve their own burning. You would just take the gays and tie them together, and that was that word.
I see.
Yeah. So like, there's a lot of words that like come from bad places. That's one of the ones that I always like argue against. I'm like, that one is steeped in hatred.
Well, that's the thing, though.
Yeah.
It's like, I was 12 and I was on Xbox Live just letting things fly.
Hell yeah.
I had like a submachine gun of just slurs.
In between rounds of Halo, you just let them fly.
Oh, yeah, Halo. It was just all...
Well,
that's the thing, though. Everybody... Even today,
Yeah.
you go on the internet to some places, like we were talking about 4chan a minute ago. People will just be like letting those things fly, and it's actually the like... I'll even say it, in the message board, when you say, hi, what's going on, guys? It's like, hey, look at this new fag. That was like what they called him.
Yep.
So it's just nuts that how like...
Well, it's because that was one of the first times in the history of mankind, and I mean this as for men, for boys.
Sure.
You could say whatever you want without getting hit.
That's true.
And
that's
you know, even if you say that to a young kid who you're bullying in the 50s and 60s, and one day he's gonna snap.
Look at this four-eyed freak.
Look at this boy. He's got a little sugar in his tank.
Look at this Nancy boy. Let's get him, fellas.
I've seen him behind the alley offering hand jobs for a quarter.
For a quarter, he charged. I mean,
it was a nickel back for me, but
he said 15 cents for me. I got ripped off, boys. Let's
and one day
this.
that quarter's not going to be good, and he's going to hit you in the face.
You're going to do it for free for me, see?
But on a Halo, you couldn't hit him in the face. You needed a gravity hammer.
I'm trying to remember. What's your name, kid? Dick Tracy. Tracy, eh? No, but it's funny how, like, obviously wrong it is to say.
Yeah.
It's not why it's funny, but it's funny to me that even after all these years of growing up, and like Kurt Cobain's my hero.
Yeah.
He's all over this room. He, on even his albums, he would say, like, if you were sexist or racist or homophobic, or if you were hateful towards anyone, that he just didn't respect you. He didn't want you to come to his shows. Yeah. And I feel that way about a lot of stuff, but I don't know why. I've
seen a lot of his acoustic sets. That makes sense why he never really had any fans there.
That's a good one, actually. If you come to show, I guess everyone's racist.
Everyone's racist. That's good. That's a good way to justify it when you go home to Courtney. You're like, the racist. Showed. Yeah.
You got to start letting the racists in. No, I'm not.
I can't do it. Give me a shotgun.
Yep. Where's my microphone? Sorry, Kurt.
Oh yeah, R.I.P.
I got a joke for you.
Oh.
What color were Kurt Cobain's eyes?
I don't know.
Blue. One blue this way,
one blue that way. That's solid.
I love Nirvana though. That's my favorite band. But I mean the larger topic, I just don't understand why it's funny though. I don't know what the humor is.
Well, a lot of that I feel like also stems from just the repression of any feeling like that. For once, there's a 6-month window when little boys are allowed to have feelings, when you can realize what feelings are, and then they're immediately repressed. I feel like our generation has been better about like raising children to be young boys to actually be men and embrace their feelings. But you know, I have countless friends I can go, hey, when's the last time your father said I love you? And they're like, before he died, when I graduated. It's just a lot of those things that we weren't really able to talk about, and so going to the darkest place of like our sexual thoughts is a funny way to just throw that out there as a joke and call somebody that.
Well, I'm not talking about being specifically insulting or offensive, like calling people slurs or something. I'm talking about doing impressions of being gay or using gay euphemisms. You know, something to be comedic. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, okay. See, I got stuck on it as
you're talking about insults.
Yeah,
I don't
think my bad. Okay.
Calling somebody a bunch of names is not funny to me.
Yeah.
Unless it's really funny, actually. But no, I'm talking about like if you have your friend who bends over, right? Yeah. And you run up to him and like power hump him like super quick, but not actually touching. You just kind of do the gesture. I will think that's funny. I have a friend who like will he'll act out gay behavior and he'll do impressions or something like that. But it's just like I just don't know why it's funny. Like if you dissected this frog, you're gonna kill the frog and kill the joke. But like this joke, I don't know why it's funny.
I love that analogy. It's always a great one.
Yeah. If you try to let the air out of the bag, it's the balloon's not gonna fly away. Anyways.
Keep that bag.
Keep the bag. But yeah, I don't know. This is probably too serious of a question for a podcast.
Maybe it comes from the fact that like we can't, because as a straight man, you know that would never happen. Like I'm never gonna fuck you. Like I'm never gonna fuck you. Like I'm never gonna fuck you.
Oh no!
So it's just like, oh man,
I'm gonna cut.
I'll never do it. Here we go.
I'm gonna edit this one now.
It's like playing gay chicken. You're just kind of like, we'll see how close we can go before it's not funny anymore.
There you go. There's a great example. Gay chicken. That exists.
Yeah,
that's a real thing.
That's a fun ass.
People used to do that. People still do that.
Why did we stop? Obama.
More like no Obama.
No boners.
No boner. Hey,
gay chicken. Yeah, I remember gay chicken. That was
gay chicken was a thing.
I fucking won that game every time.
Damn.
Yeah, my parents didn't find out I was straight till I was like 17.
Shit. I remember my friend Tyler back in Illinois when I was like maybe 14 or 15.
Yeah.
He came to my house the first time meeting my parents, and he was just my friend. I was like, "Hey man, this is my mom, Tyler. This is the guy who lives down the street." And my mom's like, "Oh, how you doing?" He's like, "Oh, you haven't told her yet?" And I looked at my friend Tyler like, "What?" Like, "Oh, I think he's gonna make a joke." Yeah. And he went, you can tell her you're my boyfriend." And my mom went, "Oh." She didn't like honestly gasp, but she just like she froze for a second, like, "Oh,
get it, Tyler."
And I'm like, "Tyler, we're not." I looked at my mom like, "Mom, I'm not gay," and she's like, "Oh, because you know, even if you were, you know, it's cool. I love you forever." And I was just like, "But
well, you have siblings, right?"
Yeah, I have.
So at least they would have had other kids that were right.
There you go. I just don't get because like I'm trying to think of any other examples. Well. You know, people do imitations of stuff.
Oh yeah, all the
like
time.
If somebody has a funny accent or something.
I think maybe where Gay Chicken came from, and it's a reference from Glee. I remember watching the show Glee. The people who make culture.
I never watched Glee. That
Glee was a pretty good show until they got all crazy. I don't know when he got crazy. Finn, the professor, whatever. But a good quote from that series was, "The people who make culture, the gays and the blacks. If a gay man was smart enough." They are pretty smart. He probably convinced everyone around him to play Gay Chicken as a way for him to figure out, hey, I can't say I'm gay without getting beat up. And someone else in this room probably, statistically, has to be gay too. So if we just play this game...
That's clever.
It'll emasculate the straight guys are like, yeah, I'm going to win this game because I love winning games because that's how I win. Also, the other gay guy's like, I'll play your fucking game. Hell yeah.
There you go. It's like, I guess I'm going to win. I'll meet you in the closet later and we'll see who's going to win this game of Gay Chicken.
It's just a little bit of power. You just got to throw a little power into it. It's not nothing gay.
We'll play a little patty cake, see? We'll see what's going on. Trying to think of like slang that they'd use back in the 50s or 40s.
That was a beautiful thing I love about censorship. Sometimes censorship creates really funny moments where, because you can't say that word, now you have to say these other words.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Got a bunch of loose fairies because you can't say the F word. So.
Yeah. Or when what was it? Snakes on a Plane. When he said, "I'm tired of this Monday Friday snakes." There you go. I don't even remember the rest of that quote, but yeah, censorship can be funny. Limitations can really boost creativity. I'll have to figure this out. If anybody in the comments wants to talk about why they think straight men think being gay or like making gay jokes is so funny, I would love to hear some theories because I'm actually going to do some research into this.
We can touch back on it later.
I want to see. I want to figure out humor. Yeah, we can touch back on it later. This is Patrick in the post edit. I just wanted to let Isaac know I just got that joke about touching. Shout out to Isaac. I wanted to talk about movies a little bit more though.
I wanted to talk about Travis Scott.
Travis. Oh, speaking of shows,
it's just relevant. It's just real relevant.
No. I wanted to talk about this too. So, obviously, if you live under a rock, Travis Scott, his Astroworld in Houston, 8 people died, and like apparently 100 or so, dozens of people got injured. I think
they said up to 300 at the latest, but the most recent one I heard was about 100 were like injured.
Right. Well, I'm dying to see his next show. All right, that's the cheap joke I wanted to get out of the way. But go on. What's your opinion on the whole thing? 'Cause I got, you know me, I'm fucking opinionated as hell.
Well, have you heard the conspiracy about him and Pearl Jam? It's a really weird one that I came across recently.
I love Pearl Jam, so I'm dying to hear this.
There you go. So apparently, Pearl Jam, they had a concert, I forget what year, I think it was like 99 or 2000, of where 50,000 people came. Astroworld, 50,000 people came.
Sure.
And in this concert with Pearl Jam, there was another surge. I don't know why they keep calling it a surge. It's just a stampede. A stampede's a stampede.
There you
go. Yeah. But 8 people also died at that concert.
Interesting.
8 people died at this concert. Afterwards, no, the merch for the concert that Pearl Jam had actually had an 8 on it for the show, and then a giant eyeball inside of it.
Okay.
And then Travis Scott, during his performance of what was called Escape Plan, which is an oddly termed name. The entire music video, he's wearing the Pearl Jam shirt.
No fucking way.
For Escape Plan, which came out the day of the concert. And in the video that he released, he's wearing the shirt. And as he's performing, you see the same eyeball from the Pearl Jam shirt on stage with 8 flames. And they're like, oh, it's a satanic sacrifice. He's acknowledging the sacrifice that they did, and they made another sacrifice to it. And his stage is like shaped like an upside down cross leading into a portal to hell, stuff like that. But yeah, man. Weird conspiracies.
Is this more the Pokemon card people? Just like obsessing
I sure
over
hope
something?
So. No, they're still busy because you're not responding to any of their messages
They're
on Facebook.
Pissed.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know any of that. That's wild.
I came across it yesterday, so
I'm going to do some research into that. But no, I mean, do you think Travis Scott he's the Atlas in this respect, where he's holding the weight of the world on his shoulders? That this is all his fault?
We've seen countless videos, countless concerts. You've been to concerts a lot. I know you know the amount of power that man has on the microphone. I've seen you on stage, and the amount of power you have over that crowd is substantial. At any point, if you see an ambulance going across, and you did not plan for an ambulance during your show, because he's very meticulous about his performances and what happens on stage.
Okay.
If you did not plan an ambulance and you see it driving through your crowd, at what point do you just go, hey, what the fuck's going on? Yo, sicko mode, chill. Like, at what point?
Well, I mean, yeah, that's the question. At what point?
Well, I'm asking you because you have opinions.
Well, I was gonna say my opinion. I mean, I've been on the stage. You've been doing local. You do some shows.
I do theater. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you've done shows.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this: do you remember looking out into the crowd as often to the point where you could tell me what people were doing?
No, not with theater. Yeah, definitely not with the
with
lights.
a show.
Yeah.
All right. What about comedy? Do you look around? I mean, you make
comedy 100%. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because my jokes aren't good, so I'm looking for someone to make fun of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say, because I've been on shows before, and my opinion is that there are so many different factors and variables for this. It's gonna be hard to actually. I'm gonna be serious here. This is not gonna be as funny.
Serious.
But the idea is that there's so many moving parts in a show. And it's very hard for me to condemn Travis Scott 100% because I have seen videos. I haven't watched the uninterrupted footage of the show, but he does stop and look at some points. I'm not saying he didn't. This is not his fault at all, but I'm saying I think that people are bottom line is the easy thing to do here is to just be like, Travis Scott's at fault. It's his show. It's his concert. Shoot him. You know what I mean?
People are dead. Someone needs to be punished.
Right. That's the easy thing to do. But the harder thing to do is to look at this, unfortunately. And in my opinion, there's so many cogs in this. You could blame security. You could blame Live Nation or whoever ran the show. You could blame the water people, the people with the bottles of water they hand out or sell. They didn't get out as much.
The guy with the syringe.
You could blame the guy with the syringe or whoever. What the hell happened with that? You could blame Travis Scott. But here's the thing. Ultimately, I think you could sum this up in one sentence, and that's safety is everyone's responsibility. And in my opinion, if you go to a show and you expect security and Travis Scott and people that are literally there's a border behind these security guards that's formed there to make sure you don't attack anyone on the stage. If you expect
that steel barrier with the triangles.
If you expect all those people to protect you from the thousands of people around you, we're talking maybe 100 or so people.
They said 50,000. Yeah.
No, I'm talking 100 or so people that are involved in the the actual
production.
Yeah, that's the stagehands. If you expect them to save you, you're insane because security's not there to protect you. Yeah, they're real. I mean, they're not 100% not. They're there to protect everybody in a sense, but they're there to make sure you don't run on stage and shoot Travis Scott. They're not there to make sure that if 100 people start pushing in one small area, they're not there to be like, hey, stop it. Now, obviously,
yeah, but who has the power to stop those 100 people?
I agree, but the thing is that who actually knows what's going on? Because when I've been on stage. Yeah. I will be focused on my music. I'll be doing stuff. It's easier for singers because I'm playing and singing. Yeah. But if you're seeing something bad happen, I remember seeing in the videos, he did stop at points. And then other points he went, fuck it. I mean, I'm not in charge. I'm just going to keep doing my thing.
Houston, we're getting turned the fuck up.
But he has a headset. I know for a fact he's got radio. People are talking to him.
At any point, anybody, yeah.
Somebody is at blame here. But I think if you're going to blame anybody, it's the entire establishment. And I hate to say this too, but you got to blame some of the crowd. I mean, let's get real for a second. If I'll give you a great example. I went to an Amir show, which is a metal band. Okay. And I remember being in the pit area where like people are pushing and shoving each other.
Yeah.
And I started to get out of breath. I left immediately.
Took that responsibility upon yourself.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, it's easy for me to say I just left because I don't have 1,000 people pushing me. But I mean, people moved.
Yeah.
Not everybody was pushing towards the stage. I left, went to the bar, turned around. I saw a guy get punched in the face so hard he had a seizure.
Well, I mean, you guys hit it that show.
They punched him, and he went down. 2 people picked him up and pulled him out. The thing is that nobody at the show stopped. Nobody in security did anything.
Yeah.
Nobody got kicked out. But no, my point is that it's not the band's fault. I don't blame the band. It's not the security guard's fault. I don't blame security or the show. This was at Empire. I blame the guy who punched the guy. That's what I'm saying, is that I'm not saying everyone's at fault in the respect that everyone in staff caused the group of the giant ocean of humans to push. But I am saying is that the giant ocean of humans who pushed are partially at fault. I'm not going to absolve them of blame.
I don't know if those are comparable.
No. I know. I'm giving an example. Is that it's too easy to oversimplify this as it's Travis Scott's fault. There's a lot of people at fault here, but I think if you're going to completely not blame the audience, I think you're missing the big picture there. That's my opinion. The audience is not 100% at fault. It's not all their fault. But people were pushing. People didn't move. People died.
Yeah.
People saw that, and they kept going. Who shut down the show? The people or the staff?
The 8 people out of 50,000. That's the 8 people that died out of the 50,000, and the dozen or so that are around them don't have that power. It's the man with the bullhorn obviously has that power. The man who incites the riot, as the legal charge would wind up being.
What happened with Pearl Jam though?
Oh, I don't know.
Exactly. I don't even know. That's what's crazy about this. I think that...
Have they put out any songs since 2000?
I mean, they put a lot out.
You would know that one.
Well, here's the thing, though. This isn't an isolated incident. People have been hurt at shows. The Who, Who had people get crushed. And you can blame The Who, but like...
No, wait, no, Who... that was cheap. I'm sorry.
There we go.
I'm sorry.
The lowest hanging fruit.
My
opinion isn't that Travis Scott's not able to be blamed. Blame Travis Scott. But you have to blame a lot of people, and it's hard to figure out what's going on. But I mean, I've been to shows. People fall, they get picked up.
Yeah.
A lot of people at that show didn't care and were pushing, and they wanted every man for themselves kind of mentality. That was what was going on.
I feel like you also got to take into account his young draw. Like
that's true too.
At first, I heard a 10-year-old.
A lot of young kids.
The youngest was 14.
14, yeah.
Yeah. And just for some of them, it's their first concert. They may
Last
not
concert.
They may not understand. There you go. They may not understand concert etiquette. Someone falls over, you're just like, hell yeah, keep going. Because at 14, do you really understand that if I just step over this guy, he's gonna die now? No.
Well, that's the thing too, isn't it? It's crazy in the respect that there were so many people there pushing that people apparently had cardiac arrest, like they couldn't breathe.
Seized, yeah.
Yeah, they just stopped existing. And then you have to think about like the security guards too, don't you?
Yeah.
Because there's a wall there.
That's still capable. They cannot move at all. Yeah.
Well, they can pull.
They can't move, but the other side, security can move that.
And then
easily.
there's all the videos of like people talking about Linkin Park and like they'd be like, "This is how you diffuse the situation." How many people were at that show? And it's a closed-in area.
It's also one of the first big shows we've been able to have in almost 2 years.
That's another one too.
Because his last concert was one of the highest record-selling concerts of all time. But it was on Fortnite.
Yep, I remember I was there for that.
He was the first Fortnite. I saw that. I was so sad.
Cool as fuck,
it was so cool. It was really cool. It was like, sicko mode. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I just popped a Xan.
I think if you want to encapsulate this in one sentence, like I was saying too, with the response, safety is everyone's responsibility. That includes the audience. So I think that ultimately the staff who were at that show are going to get in very big trouble. I think Travis Scott's going to walk away scot-free.
Travis Scott-free.
But, I mean, his record's going to be... People are going to be watching him a little closer. I mean, Chris
100%.
Brown's still fucking playing music. Look at...
Yeah, but he
beat the shit out of Rihanna in broad daylight.
That is a black woman, so that doesn't...
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
Doesn't count.
These are white teenagers that died.
This guy scuffed my shoes. Are they Jordans? No?
No.
All right, fuck them. Let's go, guys. We don't like these shoes. They're for... Losers. I was trying to think of a fun word to use, but
for shoes.
Well,
bottom feeders. No,
these are for. Sorry, I was thinking. I was like, what can I say? What would they say back then? And I'm like, can't say any of these things.
No. There's a list on that.
Nope.
I actually worked an event in DC at a nightclub the night. It was one of the first public appearances Chris Brown made after beating Rihanna, and wound up getting into a fight then and beat a guy there too.
Damn.
The guy's girlfriend was on his tour bus, and he was like, "No, I'm gonna go get her." And Chris was like, "We ain't done yet." Clap, 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 and then beat his ass apparently.
Well,
allegedly,
there you go.
Allegedly, Chris Brown, shout out.
Chris Brown, shout out. Don't get that bag. No, I mean that's what I'm saying. Is ultimately how many? This is another topic we can talk about. Well, look at how many people are just not accepting responsibility for any actions that they have. Ever. I mean, legally speaking, as soon as you say sorry, basically.
That's it. Once you're sorry, it's null and void. I learned from the experience.
Unless you're Canadian.
From what I heard, he has not said sorry yet. He just said it was a tragedy.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you could tell he was just like, it is a tragedy that these 8 people died. Man, it was not lit. All right.
Yeah, shit. It's not lit. I mean... Yeah, the idea of rich people actually playing by the rules is a joke. That's probably the biggest joke anyone's ever going to tell. How many times have we seen people get into... did you hear about that car accident that the NFL player had? You're a sports guy.
Talking about Sale, the guy who killed himself?
No, the guy in the Corvette who crashed at 150 miles an hour.
Oh yeah, Roll Tide, Henry Ruggs.
Oh shit, is he actually on
he was in Alabama. He went to my favorite college, and then he played for the Raiders. But, he was doing $140, right?
Yeah, dude, and he was drunk driving too. Yeah. I don't know if he's actually going to go to jail for life.
I fucking better.
I mean, that's the thing though too. It's like people said
reckless endangerment. I don't know what he blew, but he drove a buck.
I heard 40. He was double over, so he was at point. What's I don't know the math on it. 0.08 is the limit, so points. What 0.16?
0.16 is double that. 8. Hold on, I got fingers. Yeah, okay.
Well, I don't know. The alcohol level is kind of weird because it's not actually 0.08. It's 0.008 or some shit. But anyways,
percentages.
Who cares? He was double over the legal limit.
Yeah,
and it's like he has a ton of money. He's had a free ride. He had all that going for him. He could have gotten Uber.
He was still on his freshman contract too. That's the worst part. Not his freshman.
And his girlfriend was in the car apparently.
Oh, and they were scot free. Oh.
They were fine.
Yeah. I don't know. Do you know what they were driving?
Corvette is a C8 brand new. I know exactly what they're driving.
There you go.
All the car people are.
Hey, that's a good Corvette commercial though.
Yeah. Crash and kill them. You'll be all right.
You'll be all right. Yeah. I remember that there was a Kia commercial that got me real good with that, where you just see a crumpled up car and everyone looking at it and they're like, they lived. And I was like, that's pretty good. Corvette can run that commercial now.
Yeah. It's the safest. That speed? Hell yeah.
At that speed, yeah. If I'm going to crash into a car and survive,
fucking Toyota.
Corvette's the car to do it.
The Toyota minivan or Kia minivan or whatever it was that got destroyed. It's like, nope. But I mean, that's ridiculous. But I mean, think about all the movie stars and shit that you see. When is the last time you heard about a movie star or a politician or somebody being held accountable?
They tried R. Kelly. Oh, no, Michael Vick. Because it was against dogs, and you don't fuck with animals.
Yeah, you don't fuck with animals.
Yeah. Or don't fuck with cats.
Wait, but is he still... He's not doing anything?
No, but he did his time. He did time served. He did hard time.
He went to jail?
Yeah.
Okay. But he's back.
He's back, yeah.
So...
Because, I mean, if anything, the NFL or just American morals would teach you, you can beat your wife, you can beat, anybody you want, you can sexually assault, you can take drugs, you can murder, but if you fuck with dogs...
Yeah.
You're going to jail.
Man, America. Fuck yeah. But I just think it's crazy that this entire experience is going to be completely lost in probably a month or two.
Well, he's still going to be touring, so I know it's going to be brought up. Every city, he's going to come to Northern Virginia. He'll perform in Fairfax or something. And then it'll just be the week longest stories. Oh, is it going to be safe?
Hey, I heard this guy named AstroTurf or something. Some kind of. Is playing music.
Jesus. What kind of? I stopped listening to Fox a while ago, so yeah.
Tucker Carlson. Astroworld's a disaster.
More like AstroTurf. Have you seen his hair?
More like Assworld. fuck Tucker Carlson. Come on the show. Oh, speaking of coming on the show. Come on the show. Come on the show.
Speaking of come on the show, I finished twice.
Hey, look at this guy, Dick Tracy, coming in his pants. No, who do you want to be on the show? I want to bring a third person.
Oh man, I know people.
Yeah.
Just a third mic.
Just to bring him on as a guest.
Oh, 100%, my boy Clay Powell.
Clay Powell?
Yeah, he's one of the funniest guys I know.
Clay Powell, that's his name?
If Jason Milton can come up, but he's down in
Jason Milton.
what college is that? I don't know. He's somewhere. He's like 2 hours down in Virginia.
Okay.
I don't know geography that well, but
dude,
no,
I thought
my boys are. I know some people that are extremely funny.
Speaking of geography, I'm gonna be real with you.
Oh, no.
I fucking thought that like Massachusetts was southern to Virginia for like literally half my adult life. So like till I was like 26.
You think that?
I don't know, dude.
That was the colonies and shit.
I'm
like
fucking
I was
dumb.
Like the New England area. I always knew it was up there. Yeah.
That would make sense,
Yeah.
but I'm stupid. I remember going, "Wow, New York's a lot closer than I thought." And then somebody's like, I was like, I thought, well, you know what it was?
Yeah.
Do you know the music college Berkeley?
California.
That's what I thought. Okay, so for the folks at home, there are two schools. There's UC Berkeley in California, which me and Isaac know about, which is not what people talk about when they say Berkeley.
That's a place with a bunch of Asians.
That is UC Berkeley, yes. Yeah. They had a really wonderful festival. They had a cherry blossom festival I got to go to. It was badass.
Nice, yeah.
It's cool.
Oh,
I fuck with Berkeley.
Yeah.
UC Berkeley, shout out. But no, Berkeley in Massachusetts is a school.
Yeah, I did not know that.
And it's more famous than UC Berkeley because Berkeley is the school of music that everybody and their mom talks about.
I always thought it was an Ivy League school. Okay, so it's a music school.
It's one of those schools. It's like MIT or Harvard.
Oh,
whatever.
well, if it's really big in music, then they got a bunch of Asians playing violin there, too.
Probably, but UC Berkeley is cooler in my opinion because that area is nicer.
Yeah, it's California.
Oh, it's beautiful. But yeah, I'm an idiot. I thought Massachusetts was...
That's all right.
I'm an American, so...
I can't. I don't
care about anything but my
If you drew
state.
a map of the Midwest with the state outlines, I could only get the ones that like are near the lakes because you know that. But then,
you got to know the shape.
But then out of that,
you got the glove one, which is Michigan.
The mitt.
Yeah, the mitt.
Yeah,
get the Michigan.
Yeah, but Michigan also has that like overhanging. Like,
they have the two peninsula
thing.
They got the peninsula thing.
Yeah. Which just shows how I think Wisconsin's underneath that, right?
Yeah.
Then Wisconsin.
Man, we're going overseas.
Wisconsin is a bitch of a state. If you can't fucking just take that little peninsula, like, why is that not in Wisconsin? That makes no sense to me. Just take it. What are they going to do? What's Michigan going to do? Call for another person to go through the state? You got to go through Wisconsin.
Dude, I want to see some T-shirts that say "Take." Like, what is it?
The Twin Peaks of Michigan.
What is it called when you like take annex Michigan?
Yeah, the Sudetenland. Takes him.
How do people from Wisconsin sound? Hey man, that's got some cheese
on it.
Hell yeah, give me that Green Bay Packer, good stuff.
You want some cheese on it?
Hey, but by the way, seriously, Michigan, we're gonna fuck you up.
A great sports story that you don't know about. One of my running backs from Alabama, Eddie Lacy, was playing for the Packers up in Wisconsin. In his first year, I think he packed on like 40 pounds. And then they were like, hey, you are too fucking fat. And so the next season, he lost about 35 of those pounds. Nice. And they asked him, they're like, what happened? He goes, I moved out of Wisconsin. I couldn't be in Wisconsin. They put cheese on everything.
Oh, like, man. And they drink a shitload of beer. I think Wisconsin drinks the most beer of any state in the United States.
Jesus.
I heard that.
Okay.
One of my favorite shows, Red Letter Media from YouTube, they're like big Wisconsin people, so it's funny that they always talk about being drunk.
Yeah, they got that funny ass accent. I wish I could do it, but
oh no, I can't even do Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
take it. Just take Michigan.
Yeah, take it. Annex. I want to see Annex.
Leave them the
Michigan.
mitt. They don't even call Michigan nicknamed one part of the state without the other one, so they don't even care about it.
Yeah, I'm an idiot as far as states go, though. I mean, like I said, I only care about what state I'm in.
Yeah.
So, and that
that's like
that was drunk for a long time.
Americans with a country, ethnocentrism.
Yeah. That's very.
We're the best because we're here.
I was born in like a flower being in a pot. It's like I'm proud of being in this pot. It's like you were only in that pot.
It's the only pot
you've never gone.
You've never had any better.
Kurt Cobain used to say, "Your whole world is as big as your backyard." For a lot of people, they never leave it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they say, what is it, like 60% of the people, that number is completely a lie, but live within, 20 miles of where they were born?
Yeah. They never leave the state. Meanwhile, me and you have been fucking out of the out of the country a lot of times.
I can't say it because I was born in North Carolina, so technically it doesn't sound like I went far. I was like, yeah, I've traveled the world.
You're in Japan.
Born in North Carolina, live in Virginia now, motherfucking globe setter over here.
Globetrotter, dude.
Oh, is that what it is?
You can say globe setter. I'll edit back in.
Something setter. What's a setter? I don't know.
Who cares?
It's my favorite position in volleyball. The setter. They're the ones that are always doing the squatting. So in the slow mo replays.
Hell yeah.
I love men's volleyball.
Nope.
I get it. You're not a sports guy. You're not a sports guy. I get it. Bump, set.
I watch
spike.
more anime sports.
Oh,
did you ever watch
anime volleyball? Is wild.
What's the name of that show? People in the comments, they're gonna yell at me and they're like, "It's called this, you idiot."
I actually don't watch any anime.
Oh man, that's understandable.
Yeah. I lived it.
Yeah. That's a good one. That needs to be a T-shirt too.
Yeah, it's a tag to a joke I haven't wrote yet.
Fuck. We'll get it. We'll get it.
We'll figure it out.
No, but anime's cool. There's not a lot of. You're not missing a lot. There's probably like 10 shows you should ever watch.
It's one of those where if I got into it now, then I would just feel really fake. Like,
nah, you can watch it anytime, dude. It's like, you ever watch fucking Goodfellas and shit? Like old mafia movies?
It's one of my top 10s.
Same idea.
Yeah.
I didn't watch Goodfellas till I was 28.
Oh, all right.
And I went, oh, I get it. This is fantastic.
Yeah.
Watch Cowboy Bebop.
Cowboy, I've heard that name before.
It's probably, and if anyone wants to argue, it's the best anime of all time, inarguably.
So I get asked if I watch anime all the time because on Xbox I am Ichigo 4.
Oh,
Ichigo 4. Add me on Xbox. I only play Apex right now. And so apparently Ichigo is a character from a TV show called Bleach.
I haven't seen Bleach, but I know people who watch it.
Every single time they're like, "Hey, Bleach fan." I'm like, "Fuck, I don't watch Bleach." I've had this nickname when I moved to Japan.
I'm that real shit, bitch.
Lived in Japan. I kissed a girl while wearing strawberry chapstick.
Ooh.
Strawberry in Japanese is Ichigo.
I didn't know that.
Got a nice little smooch from a local gal, and she's like, "Ooh, Ichigo." And so my boys were just like, "Yo, Ichigo." Oh.
Ichigo,
and that became my name. I loved it. It was super cool. And then once I started playing Xbox, I was like, "Oh, you love Bleach?" It's like, well, no, this is like an organic name for me. And now I always get like compared to like an anime I've heard of it now, but have absolutely no reference to.
That's how I felt for the first 10 years of SpongeBob. Mm-hmm. Patrick, like the star, dude. And I got so mad when I was younger.
Yeah,
because I remember thinking like there aren't a lot of famous Patricks. Like I know there's Saint Patrick, but there's not like a lot of other ones. And then SpongeBob said, "I'm gonna fix that for you, motherfucker." Yeah. And then for 10 years, I've heard that. Yeah, but then I got older and I went, I kind of missed that.
Yeah, it gave you a little something.
Yeah, but it was fun. I mean, I didn't like it because I felt like I didn't have an identity. But then it's like, no, I'm the funny guy. I like that.
Yeah, you didn't like it in the moment, but then the nostalgia. Back to the nostalgia
because you got attention for it too.
Yeah.
But I remember being at Guitar Center when I was 20, and somebody called, and this has been a little bit of time since SpongeBob. Yeah. I mean, it's still on, but since it kind of fell off, and somebody went, "Is this the Krusty Krab?" And I went,
"No."
I get to say it, and I had a huge smile on my face, and I went, "No, this is Patrick." And they went, "Ooh!" And they hung up. They didn't have a follow-up. They just screamed at me and then hung up. It was I'll never forget that.
Here's the thing is, you're never going to forget for the rest of your life, and neither is he or she.
That dude.
Yeah.
No, it was a guy.
It was a guy. Okay, yeah.
I'm going to gender him because
you guys just had a moment.
Yeah, dude, it was nice. It was a fun little... But you know what, though?
Yeah.
It makes me think that prank phone calls are kind of... They don't exist anymore, do they?
No.
I mean, they kind of do, but you'd have to call like a business, and they have to pick up.
I have the spam blocker. If it's not a number I have saved, like...
Oh, I never...
Well, it's always the Argon industry because I owe like $17,000 in medical bills that I'm just not going to pay.
There's a story.
Whatever. Fuck that.
Oh, yeah.
Who pays hospital bills?
I'm a professional debt collector.
Yeah.
Oh, you collect debts? Yeah, I got a lot of debts.
I got a lot. I got a lot.
A lot of debts.
That's fine, man. 7 years of resets. That's
shit. But no, prank phone call. Did you ever used to do prank phone calls as a kid?
No, because on base, all the number, like it was really easy to just track what number it was, and then if I messed up on base, my father would get in trouble. Yeah, my dad would get in trouble. When on my baseball team, Chief Warrant Officer Henson, who was our coach, was a fucking dick, but he would start his son over me, but his son was a terrible player, so I used to call him out during practices and during games. I'm like, "Fuck you, you suck as a coach, your son sucks too, he shouldn't be on fucking first base." And then my dad would get in trouble. Like, my dad would show up to work, because Chief Warrant Officer is a higher rank than a fucking Master Gunnery Sergeant, even though he's a fucking E9.
Right.
So yeah, my dad was just like, "Hey, I need you to stop being an asshole at baseball practice because I'm getting in trouble." I was like, "Jeez, all right." So no prank calls.
My eyes were gonna roll so hard I could see my brain. God. Yeah, I remember being on base, but I used to prank phone call all the fucking time when I lived on base and shit.
That's right. Yeah, I think my dad just scared me about it though.
Well, I had a cell phone.
Yeah.
So I had like my own number. Yeah. but I used to call shit all the time, dude. But I remember I used to get prank phone calls a lot. And I made friends that way. I met a girl doing that. That was fucking awesome. All right, I got a story for you. Okay. So I remember when I lived in Mascoutah, Illinois. Yeah. And I was maybe 15 years old. And I'm on my cell phone, and it's like maybe 11 o'clock at night. It's a school night. And bring, bring.
This is why we need cameras. You're so animated right now. I love it.
And I get a phone call, and I answer it, and there's like this girl's like, "Hello, is this Patrick Garvey?" And I'm just like, "Yeah, what's up, dude?" What's up? She's like, "I heard you really like hot dogs," or she said, something random, like lol, so random back in those days, like lols, MySpace era.
Lols. I remember lols.
Lol, random. And she was talking to me, and after about 5 minutes, I wasn't being like rude or getting angry, and so her bits were falling flat. None of the things she said she'd be like, "Have you ever kissed a guy's butthole?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, dude, that shit's awesome. Do you ever do that? What's your name?
Is your refrigerator running?"
My name? It's yeah, your name. Don't you know your name? And so after a bit of time, she gave me her name. Turns out she lived in town, of course. Like some random person got my number.
She knew your name.
Well, and it's like, it gets a little bit further down. So it wasn't somebody I knew. Yeah. It was somebody I knew and their neighbor. Yeah. Like, no, it wasn't them. It was their neighbor who called me.
Oh, okay.
So it was like somebody I'd never met before. Yeah. But I'd been around their house or something. So I was like 15 or 16. And so I rode my bike over there. I didn't have my car yet. So I rode my bike down to the gas station called Sax's. Yeah. Really good sandwiches and shit. It was like one of those old school
sandwich Sax's.
There you go. It was really good, just really good food there. It's a gas station before they became like Exxons. And it was like an actual home, like some dude.
Like you knew the
mom.
He lived downtown.
Yeah. So we went there. And
rural America.
I'm chilling in the driveway next to that gas station because I didn't want to be in the gas station and have them roll up and be like weird. And I was next to them, so it's like kind of hanging out.
Or a drug deal?
Well, yeah, it could have. People could have thought that. Yeah. But I'm just hanging out, and these two girls come up, and they like walked. So I was like, okay, so they're not old enough to drive, so they're not my age. Yeah. So it turned out they were like 12 and 13, and I was just like, bye, and I fucking left. Total dick move. Yeah. Like, because I saw them and I was like, "Are you guys so and so?" And they're like, "Yeah." I'm like, I went, "You're not 15 or how old are you?" And she's like, "I'm 12. I'm 13." I was like, "Bye," and I fucking left.
How was the Chris Hansen behind you or
no? Okay. Dude, we're all underage. It's all good. Okay, but no, dude, it's funny as hell. I could have totally murdered them. Yeah, for sure.
100% easily.
Speaking of that, I got one more story.
Yeah, murder.
All right, so. Did you ever meet anybody online? Like, you never met in person and you decided to meet up with them?
Just Tinder.
Just Tinder? Yeah. Okay. So you're already an adult. We already had apps. I met somebody through MySpace. Okay. And I could have been completely murdered. Oh. Absolutely murdered.
Like set up a meeting and everything.
Absolutely murdered. Okay. So I was on MySpace, and this is right when they had remember AIM? Yeah. The instant messenger. MySpace had its own instant messenger at this time, I think. And I got a message like, "Hey, you go to this school, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I do." And she's like, "Okay, cool. My name's blah, blah, blah. We haven't hung out yet, but I wanted to get to know you. Hee hee." Stuff like that.
Oh, she to the hee hee. It's a hook. It's a hee hee's
like 100 exclamation points. Yeah. And so we talked for like a couple days. And then finally she goes, "We should hang out." And I go, "Okay, cool. Where do you live?" And she goes, "I live in this place," which is like a whole city over. So it was about a 20-minute drive, 25-minute drive. Yeah. I didn't have my license yet still. And I go, "Hey, Mom, can I go to this place?
Real quick?"
And she goes, "Yeah, sure." No questions asked.
Of course.
Drives me to this location. It's a neighborhood. Yeah. And I knock on the door, and I look back at my mom, and my mom's looking at me from the car, and opens the door, and there's like an older man. He goes, "Are you Patrick?"
Oh, your mom drove you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know she drove. Jesus.
She drove me there. So I look at the guy, and I go, "Hey, I'm here for Sally." And he goes, "Yeah, she's in the basement. Come on in." And I look at my mom and I give her the thumbs up. And my mom thumbs up and drives away.
Usually there's like a money exchange or something for the kid.
No, nope. My God. Walked right into this trap. Right. And he goes, "Yeah, she's in the basement, man. Come on in. She's right down there. Go in the basement alone. Yeah, she's down there." And I'm like, okay. And then in the back of my mind, I went, this doesn't sound like a good idea. And then the other part of my brain, which was in my pants, went, go in the fucking basement.
Yeah,
all right.
of course.
So I go in the basement and I hear Cranberries, which is the band Cranberries.
Oh, man, I was like, what the
You're like,
fuck
is he having a stroke?
Yo, he's just like a synesthete. He can like hear fruit.
Yeah, I can hear. I'm Jimi Hendrix, man. I hear fruit.
I hear fruit.
But no, I go downstairs.
Well, and F word for him.
There you go. But I'm hearing the Cranberries live, and they're playing Zombie or something. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, there's music, so that's a good sign, right? And I go downstairs, and right around the corner, there she is, sitting on the couch. She makes eye contact with me, and she goes, hey! And I go, hey, what's up? She's like, nothing, I'm watching Cranberries. I'm like, yeah, they're a sick band. She goes, oh, you like Cranberries? I'm like, yeah, they're cool. I'm like, you should sit down next to me. And then I had my first kiss.
Oh,
isn't that great?
That's so sweet.
I could have been murder raped in that basement in a cage for years or something, but instead,
probably would have had a kiss then too, though.
Oh, I would have gotten. Well, if he was nice, he probably would have kissed me. But yeah, that was wild. I don't even remember this girl that well either, which is really sad.
Her name? Oh, Sally.
No, that wasn't even her name.
Oh,
I just said that. But what's funny is like after this is how much like brain damaged I was as a kid because I showed up in a basement. Bottom line with that is, after like a week or two, I was like, hey, I'm not having fun. I'm going to hang out with like other people. Cool, bye.
In my town. And
so she told me, I'm going to date a drug dealer if you don't hang out with me. I'm like, all right, cool, have fun, bye.
Oh, wow.
I did not.
Your first gaslighting experience and you got out
not
of
even
scot
gaslighting.
clean.
I totally just snubbed her, which was like very rude.
I don't know what gaslighting means.
Gaslighting, I'll tell you what it is. Okay. It's a form of lying where you make somebody think they're crazy. Great example, all horror movies.
If you don't leave her, you're crazy, though. Or if you leave her, you're crazy.
No, I wasn't.
Because you're going to push her off the edge.
No, I wasn't.
Okay.
Here's me gaslighting. Yeah. Here's been a great example. I'm not having fun at this show. You're not having fun because you don't want to have fun. This is your fault. That's gaslighting. It's
what you did or what she did.
No, I'm giving an example.
Yeah, no, I mean like the person not having fun or the person saying they're not having fun? The person
saying to the other person that they're crazy.
Okay.
If you gaslight somebody, you're saying that something's happening when it's not. There's ghosts in my house. You're just insane because you're not sleeping well. There are ghosts.
I'm having a really hard time understanding this because that has been my entire pickup routine.
You just gaslight the fuck out of. You're not being
I've been
raped.
told I gaslight every single person, and I've been trying my hardest to figure it out.
You didn't even know what it was.
Oh, 100%. No, I had to sit down with my current lady and be like, what? Okay, what is this word?
What is
because everybody says I do it to him, and
folks, this is really good gaslighting, by the way. Convincing me that he doesn't know what it is.
I told you it's my pickup technique. I'm trying to fuck you, bro.
I'm trying to fuck you.
In a funny way, not in like a gay way, because we acknowledged.
We did.
Yeah.
But it's still funny.
So, let me tell you, to end, prank-wise, it wasn't a phone prank, but it was a prank someone did to me on the phone. Somebody took my number that did not like me and posted on Craigslist back when I was like 2010 Justin Bieber with the hair flip.
Shit.
Baby. That I had concert tickets. $75. The concert tickets were going for like $300.
No
They posted
way.
it on Craigslist and said, text or call, without like a time period, anytime you want, day or night. And my phone for 3 straight days, I turned it off. 3 days go by, I turn it back on, still buzzing. I had, by the end of the week, after the concert ended, I stopped getting the calls. By that, like, Saturday, I think I had massed, like, 3,000 phone calls, 6,000 text messages, like, almost 1,500 voicemails. I'm probably making those numbers up because it backlogged. What's that called?
Yeah.
My memory filled up. Like, my phone did not work anymore. I had to get it
disabled.
reset. Yeah, I had to take my SIM card out and go get, like, a whole new phone.
That's so funny, dude.
Greatest, and no one ever claimed it, though. So it could have not
this unsolved mystery.
It may have not been a prank. It may have been someone on Craigslist who just has the same number as me and just has like one number different, or somebody really got me and just was like, you know what, just send it out into the ether. But I think it's a prank.
You know, it'd be really fucked up if like right now I flashed your phone number on the screen.
Oh hell!
And edited it. And I said, hey, you should call this number anytime.
Well, for Olivia Rodrigo tickets, I guess
that'd be really fucking funny, dude. Yeah, but call this number right now. That's great. But there was something else we were going to talk about in the middle of that. So we were talking about abduction.
was
Gaslighting.
pranking. Gaslighting. Okay.
So you don't. Do you understand what it is now? Do you want me to give another
I
example?
guess so in a sense that like I'm manipulating the other person with their words and thoughts and making them feel crazy about that. I'm saying me because specifically I know I
Sure.
do it. Nicole, I love you. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to be better. So yeah, so I'm
I don't know if
taking.
you're gaslighting though. I think whoever told you that doesn't know what that means either.
Every girl has told me I do it though.
I don't think they know what they're
Okay.
talking about.
Yeah, fucking stupid bitches. Listen to Patrick.
No, okay. Let me give you a great example of
Okay.
gaslighting. All right, so let's say me and my partner are having an argument.
Yeah.
And somebody says, she says, I can't believe you talk to my mother like that. And I go, I never talked to your mother like that. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, that's just a lie.
Well, no, let me continue.
Okay.
And she goes, no, you said that you hated the way she walked. And I'll be like, well, I didn't say that. You're just thinking I said that because you're upset at me talking to your mom and you're imagining things that I said. I never said that.
Okay.
That's gaslighting. You're taking a specific example and you're making them think that it didn't happen, even though it did. Or you're making them think that they feel a certain way about something when they don't.
I think I do the feeling thing, but I don't make up the lie part.
Oh, you love this, baby.
I'm really
you
good
love
at
this.
I'm really good at manipulating feelings. I'm so sorry.
Oh,
I'm
God.
trying to be better, but I don't do that part where the lie where like I
Give me an
interject.
example of what you've done. What have you done?
Oh, I
with
can't.
yourself,
I
Isaac?
can't think of it like in the like.
Right now.
I'll write it down and I'll come back to you next week and
Right
be like,
now.
hey, on the way here I did because apparently it happens a lot. If you talk to any other girl, they'll be like, oh, I'm just a Scorpio, which I
Oh,
am,
no.
and apparently that's what we do.
I thought I was a Scorpio. Did I
Yeah.
tell you about this?
Yeah, no, you've
this
thought
last time?
Yeah, we talked about it last
Okay.
time. Yeah.
I have dementia too, by the way. I forget everything apparently.
Oh, that's all right. My memory's been getting really bad lately.
Yeah,
it used to be
mine's been
so good. I think we just hit 30 is what it is.
Yep. I mean, I'm having trouble remembering names of stuff mid conversation. Oh, battery exhaust. Oh, ate all the battery. Okay. Anyways,
What are we on?
we're actually probably pretty far in.
I think we did an hour and a half.
Yeah, we're at an hour to
Oh wow,
hour 92, or we're at 92 minutes.
92 minutes. Okay.
Well, I mean, we have lots of stuff that I can cut.
Oh no, 100%. Yeah, but I think we got a good bits in there. We should wrap it up though.
Okay, we just need to wrap it up now.